Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And not the start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check 24, check 24.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10. Good job, D. Good job, D. That's right.
Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Rivers to throw this time. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. He's got a first down and more past the 30. A huge play there on the screen pass. And even 50 yards.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
Rivers now to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
180, 390. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it.
From the red zone now, Rivers. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 55's my guy.
Again, it's Rivers. That's caught. It's Thomas. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week. But the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
Mike, 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Hey, yo. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
Cousins to throw it. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, foxtrot.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
And the Vikings first down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, here's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
First. Switch. Two.
First down, here's Cousins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there's no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Two. Good route here.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Again, it's Cousins. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Keep it up, guys.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Oh, no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Sponge! No, Will! He's coming! Double up! He's coming! Double up!
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's such an impressive first half to get that lead. And Diggs has it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Listen to me. 55, mark, guys, 55. Hey, defense, let's go. Hey, Alpha. 55, wide.
Maybe a free play here. Cousins. And that one is knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now Cousins going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tackle made by Everson Griffin. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Check. Lucky.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
54 miles.
Hey, Delta! Hey, Echo!
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Rivers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You draw quarters. Hey, 79! 79! Hey, orbit!
From the 45 on 2nd down. Rivers looking long for Thomas. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Rivers now from the 50. Now he'll escape to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Rivers looking a little nimble there as he picks up a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Kamara try the right side. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And he finds Beasley complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what it is.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter. Why do? Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 55, my God, 55.
Back to it after the pick 6. Cousin. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing his Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A game there of 30 big ones. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. No.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 2 yards. It's 2nd and 8. The 37-yard line.
Oh, able to avoid him. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. 20, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Cousins now. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Orange 5-4.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Following the interception, Cousins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Rivers. Space to maneuver at the 40. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Rivers to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Rivers. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Show it. Quaker Omaha.
They start the drive with Cook. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 6-yard line.
Hey, can. 55.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
Hey, 382, listen.
Kill. Alert 3.
X3, 218, chopper.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. He's got a first down past the 30. 25 yards that time. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hey, no, he's easy.
Cousins to throw it. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Bailey got the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rivers eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His first touchdown on. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 49. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And now here is another interception. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Harris escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Jim.
Murray, strong running. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. It's Quinton Dunbar with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Vikings take over first and 10. Let's go! 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw, Cousins. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
So don't say nothing.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And it's caught, the tight end Hill. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
he has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the fourth quarter.
Go Orange.
Throwing here, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10.
Wait, 89.
They'll flip this quickly out to Beasley. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Load it. Load it.
Check Mike 54. Mike.
Hey, exit.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Alpha.
On third down, Rivers. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Now Rivers gets this one to Hill. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Quinton Dunbar with a pick. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Saints, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings. I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it